Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to today's podcast. I appreciate you guys for coming. I'm Nestor Sanchez or Masternode One, and this is my business partner.
What is going on, guys? My name is Ryan Prendez, or Ryan the Crypto Guy. Hope you guys are having a great day, and thank you guys for tapping in.
And we are the Masternodes. As always, make sure to stay till the end to hear some additional resources that we will be giving you to get you more zoned into the cryptocurrency space. But today's topic is going to be Bitcoin versus Ethereum. I'm going to let my boy Ryan kick it off.
Yes, so first we're going to be talking about the number one cryptocurrency out there currently, and that is Bitcoin. So what is Bitcoin? So Bitcoin was the first blockchain to ever be created. It's used to transfer, verify, and secure funds. It was created in 2008 during the market crash. Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudo-anonymous creator, created the first Genesis block, which is the first pair of transactions in a blockchain for Bitcoin back in 2009. The reason why Satoshi created Bitcoin was because he wanted to take away power from huge central authorities like banks and government institutions and give the power of personal finance back to the hands of the people. Bitcoin is the biggest, most popular cryptocurrency by market cap, price, and overall users. Bitcoin is also known as the first generation blockchain.
Now, to kind of go over what a first generation blockchain is, well, first of all, it runs on something called proof of work. Proof of work is basically an algorithm that uses computing power to approve real time transactions and basically work to solve a mathematical problem. Miners that solve that problem are then rewarded with that of cryptocurrency that they were mining for, usually Bitcoin, and they do that after the node successfully verifies a transaction. First generation blockchains are often simple. They're kind of created to just keep track of, verify, and transfer funds amongst users, but not really much more. While you can build on top of Bitcoin's blockchain, it is kind of very difficult to do so. The first people to ever build on top of Bitcoin's blockchain made something called color coins, which is actually one of the first NFTs. Fun fact.
Yeah, and actually a lot of people get it twisted because in 2014, a lot of people think that the first NFT to come out was Quantum, but they actually forgot about the first real NFT, which was colored coins, which actually gave you kind of ownership of real life equipment. So like, let's say, you wanted to buy a house. The colored coin would essentially be like the contract to like solidify that you are the owner. So some more facts about Bitcoin is used as a store of value. So what I mean by that is Bitcoin is known as digital gold with convenient use case of digital money.
And I kind of want to dive deeper into that digital gold aspect of Bitcoin. Like Ryan was saying with the gold bar, it would be hard to kind of divide that, right? With Bitcoin, it's already pre-divided into units of Satoshis, so it's easy to divide. And with gold, how would I give it to somebody if it was just $20, right? I would have to shave off a piece of my gold bar, give them a little shaving. And if that person wasn't with me physically, it would be even harder, right? I would have to send it via mail and it would be a whole mess. Bitcoin changes all that. You could literally send $1 million in Bitcoin all the way down to $5 in Bitcoin. And that could be sent anywhere to anyone at any time without any central authority. So that's why it's a bit better than gold, but it also has that gold scarcity kind of mindset that Ryan was talking about.
This is what gives it the convenient use case of digital money. With Bitcoin, there's only 21 million Bitcoin that's ever going to be mined, and its miners utilize electricity, mining rigs, and land in order to create more Bitcoin. There's a circulation currently of 19 million Bitcoin with a max supply of 21 million Bitcoin. So I really want to go over this because this 21 million Bitcoin cap is kind of what gives it its scarcity mindset, because once that 21 million Bitcoin is made, that's it. It's over. There's no more that could be made after that. So whoever has those Bitcoins, is kind of winning in the game. And so when it comes to Bitcoin, this is why a lot of people say buy it now as it's cheap, because it could go up in price. I've heard it going up as high as $1 million. I believe Kathy Wood said that there could be a price prediction of it going to $1 million one day. And I believe a CEO of a bank. I can't remember which one. I want to say Chase, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, definitely. There's big price points for that because 21 million Bitcoin has to be divided by 8 billion people that are on this earth. Obviously, it's going to need to be a little bit pricey for everybody to get a piece. So now its competitor, what is Ethereum? Ethereum was the first second generation blockchain. A second generation blockchain is a blockchain that is basically programmable via smart contracts, which allows users to create applications that run based strictly off programming and rules and can be tracked via the Ethereum blockchain. This makes Ethereum like a decentralized app store where you can use multiple applications within that Ethereum ecosystem. So just like a regular app store, we can use stuff like banking systems, Uber rides, video games, all the way down to borrowing and lending money. So there's a lot of different applications that can be done using Ethereum's blockchain and using
Ecosystem.
Ethereum's ecosystem. And all of this is ran using basically ETH. So ETH is basically what you're going to use to pay for these transactions to happen. That is why it's being used up all the time because people are running apps.
Something interesting about Ethereum is that it's programmable using Solidity. So Solidity is a program users can use to set up secure smart contracts to run anything from dApps to an NFT. This program enables smart contract and application programming, allowing anyone to be able to build a dApp without the stress of having to create its original code. Its ease of use makes it popular. Rather than taking a couple years to create a new project from scratch, your projects can get a jump start and can be made in a matter of a couple of months.
Yeah, so those are some of the reasons that Ethereum is so cool. And another thing that Ethereum has is it's also upgradable. So people are constantly working all the time to make Ethereum better, to upgrade its code, to make it faster and make it cheaper as well. And part of those being Ethereum 2.0, which is the upgraded Ethereum, which is going to be basically installed within a year. They kind of been pushing it back, but it's in the works and it's also making a lot of things more accessible for people. One of those things being that it's transferring from proof of work to something called proof of stake. So ETH 2.0 is an upgrade that incorporates many different EIPs, which are Ethereum Improvement Protocols, which basically allows Ethereum to evolve and grow. Proof of stake basically verifies that you hold an asset and rewards you with more of that said asset. It's basically in order to validate new blocks on the blockchain, you would stake your tokens on that website and then be rewarded whenever there's a transaction. Also, Coinbase has made it very easy to kind of pool your funds and other applications basically into a pool where you can earn yield without necessarily having to do the work of other nodes and stuff like that.
And I kind of want to go back to what you were talking about EIPs. What I find interesting about EIPs is that you could use your Ethereum to vote on these upgrades, to their blockchain. And what I really like about that concept is it just doesn't give the people that have the most Ethereum that option. It gives everyone the option to be able to participate in submitting their vote for the contract. I mean, yeah, you got to spend a little ETH, but at the end of the day, if it's a vote that's going to help you, make more money, why not? Imagine being included in like board meetings to like banks and stuff. I mean, I like you kind of can when like you're part owner of the bank, but you got to have like money invested into them. You get me? Like I don't think I could, like me or you can't go up to like Chase Bank when they're having their next board meeting and be like, no, I want you guys to charge
I have
less.
2 stocks. You have
to. Exactly. I got 2 shares of this company and I want lower penalty fees. So that means less overdraft, everything. And then, that's just it's not possible, And so that's what I really like about Ethereum is the fact that you could vote using in their EIPs.
And I think that's just the whole transfer of Web 2 onto Web 3 is like, okay, Web 2, you're able to create stuff basically using other people's platforms. Web 3, you're actually able to own those platforms that other people are using. And this gives you voting rights. This gives you power. And this also makes you money at the end of the day. So that's one of the great things about cryptocurrency is it's a whole new space that gives you ownership. And that comes with a lot of different things. All right, so kind of back to it. Basically, staking can lead to less cost and making Ethereum more energy efficient, which would help with those insane freaking gas fees. And this is basically versus that proof of work method that Bitcoin has.
Yeah, don't even get
Um,
me started with those gas fees, bro. Like it's pitiful.
yeah, I have to be going up, waking up like at 2 a.m. just to do a freaking Uniswap transaction.
Yo, just to, just to log on to OpenSea and be able to buy my next NFT, bro.
It's tough out there. But yeah, one of the great things of Ethereum is it also works as a great store of value too. Ethereum may not have a coin cap like most traditional cryptocurrencies, but it does have a cap in how many Ethereum can be made per year, and that number is 18 million. Now, it doesn't have a traditional coin cap, I believe, because Ethereum is actually constantly being used, obviously for gas fees. And in those gas fees, some of that Ethereum is actually being burned, which means it's not usable anymore. And that causes there to be less and less Ethereum as there are more and more transactions.
Yeah, and the promotion of scarcity, I think, is just what really drives people to use Ethereum. Not just its ease of use, but that's kind of why it's still high up, because you have like coins out there made by other developers like Cardano, you have Solana, and so people question, why aren't they using this blockchain? And the reason being is because I just feel like they can't handle the amount of heat that Ethereum can handle. We've seen this time and time again, especially with Solana's blockchain. The whole blockchain actually has gotten halted a couple times because it just got overwhelmed with transactions, and so seeing a project fail like that kind of just discourages a lot of people from wanting to put more money into it. Now, moving on to some of Ethereum's utility. With Ethereum, you have dApps. And dApps are decentralized applications that allow you to make anything from a coin to a metaverse to an NFT. So Ethereum is also known as digital silver. And as Nestor has told me time and time again, the reason why it's known as digital silver is because of the fact that it's used a lot more than gold. Not only that, it's just used a lot more in general. With silver, we use it in appliances, we use it in our technology, we use it in our homes, everywhere. We don't really necessarily use gold a lot in terms of like mass production, as much as we do with silver. Ethereum is also the second biggest and most popular blockchain. One thing about Ethereum is its circulation is currently at 120.4 million. And as Nestor was saying, although there is no kind of max cap to the actual coin supply, we do see the scarcity mindset being kicked in every time a coin is burned with Ethereum. And those gas fees, they be creeping up on some people. So you're really spending a lot of Ethereum when it comes to gas fees, which means that Ethereum can no longer be accessed, which kind of gives people the urge to kind of want to buy more of it, so that way they can purchase their NFTs, so that way they can purchase their pieces of metaverse land, purchase their sometimes even real life products with Ethereum. So this is just some of the things that kind of give Ethereum its boost in price and why we see Ethereum today as the second strongest coin. And now moving on to our favorite part of this podcast, our testimonial. So this week's testimonial comes from George Delgadillo, and he said, "I appreciate how knowledgeable Ryan is in cryptocurrency. He explained the basics of crypto thoroughly and made it an enjoyable learning experience. Definitely recommend the masternodes for anything cryptocurrency." Thank you, George, for this awesome testimonial. I appreciated the time you took to allowing me to teach you about cryptocurrency, and glad you were able to get started investing.
Absolutely. And that wraps up today's podcast. We appreciate you guys for listening. Remember to follow and subscribe to all of our social media accounts on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. All of them are going to be at the Masternodes. Our visual podcast experience can be found on YouTube, and our audio podcast experience can be found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and all your other favorite podcast sources. Make sure to check out our website. It's going to be www.themasternodes.com. subscribe to that email list to receive the latest and greatest cryptocurrency information.
We also wanted to remind you guys that we are on Discord. If you guys want to join an awesome crypto community where we give daily updates on crypto, we kind of bring up some topics of discussion, some debates, or we even just get input from other people within our community on that on our server. You guys can go ahead and send us a DM and we will send you guys a link to our Discord. And another thing we wanted to let you guys know about was a excellent opportunity. We recently partnered with I Am Academy. They are a multi-million-dollar education platform that anyone can join, and they teach you how to trade. They take you from point A to point Z in terms of trading. That you could go ahead and talk to their mentors. Their mentors actually even give you shout outs for trades that they're making, and you can kind of follow in their footsteps. And if you guys ever have any questions about I Am Academy, you guys want to learn how to trade, please reach out to us. We can go ahead and get you guys started. Trading definitely right now is kind of the way to make money, especially in this market. It's a declining market currently. We are in a bear market. A lot of people are trying to convince themselves that we are not in a bear market. We definitely are, but there's no need to fear in a bear market because you could still be making money during this time trading. We can teach you guys how. So if you guys want to learn how, go ahead and send us a DM saying, tell me more. We can go ahead and get you guys started.
All right, guys, have a good day. Make sure to choose kindness.
Yes, thank you guys for tapping into today's podcast. Much appreciated as always, and bless up.
Here at the Masternodes, we are not making any claims as to income you may earn. Before entering any agreement, please use caution and seek the advice of a professional advisor, such as attorney or financial advisor.
Please ensure your own research is done before investing any money into the market.